All right, this is gonna be a cool video, guys. We've got some brand new gear from Google to check out. Tech it before you wreck it. I'm Kirk, and this is what we got here, the brand new Google Pixel 8. I'm gonna unbox this. I've also got the official Pixel 8 case. We'll unbox this too, but that's not all. I'm also gonna put that new Pixel 8 side by side with the previous model Pixel 7 and the brand new iPhone 15. All three side by side so you can see how they compare. Let's take a look. So here we go. Here's the Pixel 8 in the box, ready to rock and roll, and it's very similar to the iPhone boxes. All these smartphones come in these tiny little boxes these days. On the back, man, this writing is small. Pixel 8, 5G sub 6 inches, ROSE, 6.2 inch, 128 gigabytes. Just your basic specs, and then a whole bunch of fine print that I'm not going to read through. But let's peel open the seal here and get inside the box. So, oftentimes like you do, you got to sort of shake it to get the phone out of here. And here it is. Wow, pretty impressive, pretty slick looking. I mean, it looks a lot like the Pixel 7, I'm not going to lie, but very nice looking phone here. Nice presentation. You've got the tab. You just lift the tab up, pull the phone out, and we'll get to that in just a second. But first, I want to go through what's inside the box itself. We've got a USB-C cable. Just be careful. Your Apple iPhone friends might try to steal that from you now. We also have an adapter, which is interesting. USB-C to full-size USB. You can use that for a memory stick or other devices, but it's nice they include that in the box. A lot of companies don't necessarily do that. Apple certainly doesn't. A little instruction manual, a quick start guide, just a lot of legalese going on here, but they do have a SIM ejector tool tucked in the back of this guide, so make sure you know that's there, because otherwise you might miss it. Let's do it. Let's peel off the screen protector. That's always a good feeling. And here it is, the Pixel 8. Nice 6.2 inch screen on the front here. And it's got that nice glass on the front and the back. It's got this rose color going on, if that's your thing. They do have some pretty unique colors. This one's cool. It's a very muted pink, muted rose. We've got our 50 megapixel camera and our 12 megapixel camera there inside what has now become the Pixel iconic camera bump. You've got your standard controls on the side there, power, volume up, volume down. Nothing on the other side except for the SIM tray. This does use a standard SIM, not just an eSIM, so you can still use a regular SIM with this phone. You've got your USB-C port on the bottom, and you've got a couple of speaker holes, and that's pretty much it. But this is a nice looking phone. If you like the Pixel 7, you're going to like the Pixel 8. The design is not that much different. It's a little bit more rounded. It's got your selfie camera on the front there with the little notch, the little hole. But overall, this is what we've learned to expect from a Pixel. Now let's switch over to the Pixel 8 case. This is the standard case from Google, and this matches the color of the phone. Of course, you can buy whatever color you want, but the color we have is rose, designed to match the color of the phone that we're opening too. The box itself, not much going on here. Pixel 8 case. Let's rip it open and get inside. So inside the box, you've got literally the case itself, and then what's kind of like a piece of parchment paper taped around the case. Pull off the tape there, and it reveals the rose-colored case. And it's pretty nice. It's got a nice finish to it. A very muted, kind of rubbery finish to the case, as you'd expect. I like the inside of the case. It's got that soft kind of velvety or felt feel to it that helps to protect the phone and, not scratch up the phone itself. The last thing you want is for your case, which is supposed to protect the phone, to actually scratch the phone. Side by side, look, the color's spot on there. It goes great with this phone. Again, you don't have to match the color. You pop your phone in there. It's super easy, just like the cases with the previous Pixel models as well. You push it in, and you'll notice the case here, it really is designed to sort of blend right into that camera bump. See that smooth little ridge there? It just goes right into the camera bump. It's a nice, simple design. The case works. It's standard case from Google. It feels good. It looks good. And I think if you're looking for a clutch case for your Pixel, this is a great option for you. Of course, there are also a gazillion other options out there too. All right, let's take the case off, and it kind of goes off just as easy as it went on. You just sort of pull one of the corners and break it loose, and there you go. It pops right off. That's the new official Google Pixel 8 case for the Google Pixel 8. All right, now let's go side by side, the Google Pixel 8 next to the previous model, the Google Pixel 7. And there it is on the right-hand side. Notice how much more square the corners are on the Pixel 7 versus the new Pixel 8. They rounded it out a little bit. And if the Pixel 7 looks bigger, that's because it is slightly bigger, 6.3-inch screen versus a 6.2-inch screen on the new Pixel 8. Same resolutions. The pixel density will be technically slightly higher. And you notice the camera bump on the Pixel 7 on the right is slightly bigger than the new Pixel 8. So the design language is exactly the same, but a couple of different refinements. I do like the rounded corners a little bit better. I like the size. They're both a good sized phone. And I like the camera bump. I mean, this seems to be popular. Google has decided this is what the Pixels are going to look like right now. So they didn't change the look all that much. Check out this, the iPhone 15 now side by side with the new Pixel 8. I'll tell you what, the back of the iPhone 15 is this matte finish. It is very cool. It feels great. It looks good. That's not to say the Pixel 8 doesn't have a cool look to it too. It's more of a glossy finish on the back that we've come to expect with the Pixel phones. Let's flip it over and take a look at the front. Size-wise, these two phones are very similar in size. The iPhone 15 slightly smaller, maybe a little bit more rounded, so it even looks smaller in that sense, but I do think it's slightly smaller from top to bottom than the Pixel 8. And as we put them right next to each other, you can see they both got comparable camera bumps. I mean, obviously different because of the way the Pixel 8 is designed versus the iPhone, but they both have these bumps for the cameras, which seems to be the way these companies are doing it now to get all this camera technology packed into these phones. Both screens look great. You know, both of these are really nice phones and in that sort of mid-price range. Let me bring the Pixel 7 back in. I want to show you all three of these right next to each other. The Pixel 8 on the left, the iPhone 15 in the middle, and the Pixel 7 on the right. Again, the Pixel models look very much alike, even though they're separated by different model years, and then the iPhone 15 in the middle. All three of these phones are great phones, and side by side, you can see that for yourself. The iPhone 15 has a very rounded look compared to the Pixels, especially because the screen seems to be even more rounded. Let me put them side by side. And again, I mean, this doesn't show you a ton, but you can see the camera bumps side by side. So there you go, all three phones, the Pixel 8, the iPhone 15, and the old previous Pixel 7 lined up for you. If you like geeky stuff like me, do me a favor, subscribe to this channel, like this video, it helps us grow. Tech it before you wreck it. I'm Kirk.